Hey guys, what's up? Nuno here from Mental Coaching for Sports, and the insight I'm bringing to you guys is a very important one, is a quick one, and I'm going to make it simple. It's about injuries and coming back from injuries. What it's important for you as an athlete to understand is that injuries can be terrible, and a blow in the stomach, like we normally say, and that's the negative sort of connotation that injuries have. But there's a lot more coming from injuries, and a lot of more of goodness and wisdom and experience that can come from injuries that can sort of make you stronger as an athlete. And so I see two main phases of an injury. You get injured, and then there's two phases that follow, two main phases. The first one is obviously rehab, okay? So you're doing your own rehab, you're going to the physio, you're getting your injury checked. Obviously, okay, you've had the doctor before and that checked the injury, Okay, so rehab, physical rehabilitation, okay? So really important. Do it well, be disciplined. And then you can do your own mental approach to your injury. And that's what I'm wanting to speak about, because that's so important. Because, there's a lot of emotions coming out when you're injured, and there's normally the most common emotion is fear. Okay, it's frustration, anger, but fear, and the fear essentially is of, not being able to come back, or how am I going to come back, and etc. That's the checking that the athlete that kicks in the athlete straight away. And so this is the opportunity. This is when you start looking into yourself and to really assess what's really going on. And so what is the fear about, or what are the other emotions about? You need to inquire. Either you self-inquire, or you work with someone that inquires you into that. Okay? This is going to bring issues of your identity in sports, how you are seeing your opponents, how you see other people, and how you think they see you. And so it's really important that you are looking into this stuff. And it's also really important that you're finding support. Normally from your coach, from your parents, from the closest people around you. It's good to speak about what's been going on and how tough it's been for you, etc. Not in a victimizing way, because that's going to drown you into the injury, but in an honest, authentic, vulnerable way. Okay? So that's phase one. Physical rehab, and address what's being emotionally stirred. Okay, so that's phase one. It has these two components. And then phase two is the comeback. Okay? And in coming back, athletes take, again, if you haven't looked into those fears, this phase is going to be even more damaging. But if you've done already a fair amount of work there, this is going to smooth your comeback a lot more. And so it's really important that you use some practices that will help you move into your sport again. And obviously make it very progressive, okay, as you build upon what you've been doing, and don't take big steps. Now, some techniques that I advise my athletes, depending on what their injury is and where they are, and a lot of other nuances that I'm not going to speak about here. There's a battery of practices that you can use. So reinforcing positive self-talk, that's one of them. Meditating, okay, to calm down, and breathing. And then it's visualization, and you can visualize the injury healing. Okay, so you can actually visualize just the actual area where you were injured, and you can visualize the healing of the injury happening. And you can also visualize then yourself back in practice and performing, with your injury healed or almost healed, where you're visualizing yourself doing the movements and the performance, you know, as you want, okay, or as you would wish, right? And the final technique, let me see, because it's just a second, slipped my mind. Self-talk, visualizing the healing area, visualizing your comeback. Oh, somatic practices. So add some somatic practices and bring the somatic practices to the area of the injury. This is going to help a lot as well. So watch out for my very close to launch ebook, the 4 pillars of top performing athletes. I'm really excited. And if you haven't subscribed yet this channel, please do, because I'm going to keep throwing out videos every week, twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. And drop me your comments and questions below, because I would love to answer them. So I will see you next week. Take care, all the best with your performance, and boom!